Carlton, third on percentage from Collingwood, was on trial as a worthy premiership contender when it met top team Essendon. Essendon has been the nemesis of Carlton, having won their last 10 meetings. In fact, the last time Carlton won was in round 20 in 1980. Essendon went into this game without star centre-line player Merv Nagel, but brought back Paul Weston and Tony Bahagia, who have both been in the reserves after serious injuries. And Merv Harbinson was a last-minute replacement for Stephen Carey, and Essendon coach Kevin Sheedy used the Australian hockey team's defeat as a guard against complacency. Carlton for the second week was without skipper Wayne Johnston, and were further weakened when Val Perovic and Rod Austin were out through injury. Essendon led Carlton by 5 points at quarter time and 14 at half time, and when we pick up play at the 13-minute mark of the third quarter, Essendon is leading by 13 points. Commentators are Don Hyde and David Grant.
Done a sterling job. Very, very tough match. Umpires Rowan Saws and Ian Robinson, two of the most experienced in the caper. Now Carlton with the loose ball. Ashman over to Malin. Snap over the top. That's just about in. It is. Beautiful goal. And now the difference only 7 points. Essendon leads 61 to 54. I guess they still have the advantage. We're halfway through the third term. They have the final use of the breeze.
The third quarter at Princes Park, 15 minutes in, and 61 to 54, a 7-point lead to Essendon over Carlton. And Danaher in there, and he's been beaten by Dool today, taken by Buckley, a big kick getter in the game now, down to the half-forward line, and a good mark to Duckworth. And what a grand defender he's been on the Essendon defensive zone. He plays it out wide to Darren Williams, can't quite pull the ball in. Glasgow is there, but great tackle by Darren Williams, and that's throwing the ball. And that's endeavour for you. Wonderful play by Darren Williams, and he's on the half-back flank position for the Bombers. Swings play with his kick, back in towards Simon Madden in the centre. Knocked away from him by Big Jones. It's on Carlton's side of the centre, and a scrimmage developing again. Tough game, no holes barred by either side. No game for weak hearts, but Essendon holding the lead of 7 points at the moment, 15 minutes into the third term.
A fascinating game with players coming in and out of the game. Bradbury was one there. He dived on the ball. We haven't seen him since the first term. And when he was a star, Van der Haar impeded, gets it out towards Baker, who's been a consistent player all day. But Buckley taking the points against him. Oh, Carlton free kick against Baker just as I speak. And there's Buckley, who continues to take those points, and Carlton are revived. They're looking good. Out wide it goes. McConville in front of Duckworth, within scoring distance. Has Meldrum at centre-half forward, doesn't want him, probably shouldn't need him. That is a set shot for goal. Now 7 points the difference, the chance for the Blues to come within 1 point now of Essendon. Here's the kick, looking good, it's in. First goal to Peter McConville. And what a match we have at Princes Park.
The 16-minute mark in the third quarter, and a game full of incidents and highlights. And Essendon leading by 1 point over Carlton as Madden knocks Essendon into attack again. Good play by Dean. The ball rebounds back from a kick onto the Essendon half-forward line. Tackled here by Des English. English guides it down towards Mark McClure. Not able to hold it effectively. Taken by Meldrum. Meldrum tackled hard by Darren Williams, but the ball comes out to McClure. McClure's wobbly left foot kick in towards McConville. Knocked away by Duckworth. Madden is there. A snapshot. Across goal. McConville again. Great effort by both sides, and defenders and forwards clashing there. And the end result of all of that, the bottom line, is a point to the Blues, and the scores are level at Princes Park.
What a fabulous match. Western, the skill levels have been down because of the weather conditions and the fact that it's like a finals match. Hawker coming off for Essendon, Waterson coming back on. Carlton have the upper hand. They look a better team. Donnell takes it for Essendon. Drives back towards centre field. Danaher, he needs to take a mark. He hasn't taken one all day. Baker caught. Plenty of Carlton players backing each other up. Walsh falls over. Glasgow is there. Gets the hand pass to Malin. Up high. Down to Dool. On to Reed. Who's behind there? Walsh tries to soccer it off. Dool had his hand on the ball. Penalty Carlton's way. They've got the run. Now he goes out wide. Good football by the Blues. Blackwell. Almost within scoring distance with the trailing breeze. It's a long way out, 65 metres. Essendon don't look penetrative. They've lost Hawker off the ground now. Williams has been reported. Harvey's been reported. They've lost impetus. Down towards Madden. Both Maddens. Off hands, the Blues are in front.
And I notice, David, that Terry Danaher has been moved down to full forward, and Merritt moved up the ground because Essendon not getting drive there. Now there's Danaher going down the ball, coming right down the ground, but hasn't had the best of days. There's his immediate opponent, Dool, who hasn't left him for a moment, taking the ball over the line. And the ball is on Carlton's side of the centre. Bruce Dool. What a wonderful achiever he's been for the Blues over the past decade. Wow Jones giving it to Glascott. High kick by Glascott. That'll bring more rain in towards Justin Madden. Essendon harassing him. McConville pouncing on the ball into an open goal, and that's good.
$18 points the difference, 3 goals.
Carlton led by 14 points at three-quarter time as we pick up play 2 minutes into the final quarter.
Reflection on the standard of play. So the teams have been locked up. Hawker can't break clear of the pack. There's Howell on the bottom again. And umpire Robinson, along with Rowan Saws, gee, they've had their hands full today. And we'll find a few guests at VFL House on Monday night. Now, Essendon within snapping chance of goal here, if they can take it out of the pack. Wow Jones does it nicely. Baker tries to smother the kick. Walsh, he's threaded it through. That's the goal Essendon wanted early on. And Kevin Walsh has been a real trier today. He's been at centre-half back and centre-half forward. And maybe the angular fellow is really starting to blossom for the Dons.
The 4-minute mark in the last quarter, and Carlton leading 81 to Essendon 69. Taken here by Malin, gives it across to Harms. Harms putting it back to the Carlton half-forward line. Meldrum knocking it down to Reid. Reid's kick rebounds to Jimmy Buckley, who cleverly knocks it out to Blackwell. Blackwell beautifully dummying and delivering it down towards McConville. Not able to get it. Duckworth again, a grand defender, and delivers the ball perfectly down the field to Bradbury. Bradbury across to Donnell. This is wonderful team play by the Bombers. They bring the ball into an attacking position. Van der Haar has the ball knocked away. Taken here by Hawker. Hawker onto his right foot, looking for someone to give it to. He's found him, and it's Darren Williams. And a beautiful passage of play by the Bombers. Effective use of the ball, and initiated by Duckworth across that half-back line.
Gee, that was sensational play. It was a case of deja vu for Billy Duckworth, wasn't it? He did the same trick about 2 minutes earlier. Now, Darren Williams, normally a straight shot for goal. Most Rovers are. Here's the kick. Straight through. The umpire hasn't moved. It's 2 goals in the first 4 minutes for Essendon. And the Bombers back within 6 points.
The final quarter at Princes Park, 6 minutes gone, and Essendon cutting back the lead. A goal the difference. Carlton leading 81 to 75. Ashman putting it onto the Carlton half-forward line again. The ball rebounding back into the centre. Taken here by Izzard. Izzard now moving it back again to the centre. Harms a kick off the ground. The Blues into attack. There's Hunter streaming down the ground. Madden is there, gives it across to Marcoux. Marcoux gets his kick from a very acute angle in towards Ken Hunter, and McConville spoiling him. Bad cooperation there. Duckworth again out towards Bradbury, and the Essendon defence standing firm again, and good play by Bradbury to set up the move to the centre wing, and Walsh, and that's a good mark again. What a great game he's playing.
There must be a penalty there. It's got to be 15 metres. Walsh is being impeded. He can't break clear to take the kick. Now he goes square in towards centre-half forward. Madden, yes. He's been strangely quiet overhead today, although, let's be fair, the ball has been like a cake of soap for the better part of the match. And what a fabulous match we've had here. It's had all the hallmarks of finals football as Madden goes for goal. It's going to land right in the square. Beyond the square, it's through, I think. Or is it off hands? It's through. The scores are tied. The difference is 7 points, 17 minutes gone, still anyone's game.
And it now to the 17.5-minute mark of the last quarter, with Carlton leading by 7 points.
Darren Williams, and Williams somehow gets it to Walsh, who's been a good player, down towards Donnell on the half-forward line, and breaks the tackle well. Donnell has a chance, running into an open goal. He should not have missed that. That really would have levelled the scores again. As it is, the Blues lead 89 to 83, a goal in front. And Wayne Harms, who's certainly been a big contributor for the Blues, skims the ball down towards McConville. The ball punched back. Hand pass across to Donnell. Donnell tackled across to Leon Baker. Baker breaks one tackle, gets his kick under pressure again.
He's paid the free. Tackled high.
Yes, there's no question about that. It was a high tackle, and he broke it, but it was a high tackle around the neck. and then he got clear of English. But when the goal wasn't registered, he's getting another kick. So, possibility of the scores being level again coming up. 18 minutes gone, only about 12 minutes left to play. And Essendon, kicking with the wind in the last quarter, have every chance to win the game. Certainly they should level the scores with this kick from Leon Baker. The scores are level at Princes Park.
89 points apiece. 20 minutes into the last term. Great match between Carlton and Essendon. If we see a finals match like this, you'd say you'd buy 3 tickets instead of 1 next time. It's been marvellous. Essendon led by 5 points at quarter time, by 14 at half time, and looked a far better team. And then Carlton led by 18 points at the last change. Baker again loses possession. English impeded, didn't have it. Sorry, that was Thompson, not Baker. I did him an injustice. English out through centre half back, drops it in beautifully to McClure. Then to Glascott. Carlton will not give up. They could have surrendered a few times today. Hunter against Duckworth. Well done by Weston, and well done by Duckworth. What a great last quarter he's putting in. In towards centre half forward. Baker coming down from centre half into the centre of the ground. Out wide, 2 Essendon teammates, Elshaw and Thompson there, not within scoring distance, although Elshaw almost beat the pack 5 minutes ago. He can kick the ball long. Out wide he goes, looking for Simon Madden. Gee, these are 2 worthy finalists. Been a beautiful match particularly since half-time. Now, Peter Dean is up. Carlton supporters will be glad to know he was having his leg tended to. Alan Montgomery coming off. Dean back on for the Blues. But now, focus on Simon Madden to give Essendon the lead that they surrendered in that third term. It's 89 points apiece, 22-minute mark. Last quarter, Madden, goal.
And Essendon leading 95 to 89. And Justin Madden wins it. Kick forward by Essard onto the Essendon half-forward line. Van der Haar, no free. I think he threw himself out. Dool in there again, doing plenty of work. Kick forward by Thompson. Essendon deep into attack, but Wayne Harms is there. Harms right on the last line of defence. Kicks it rather dangerously across goal, but Buckley is there. And Buckley didn't let him down, but boy, I hate to think what would have happened if Buckley hadn't taken the mark.
Called back. He's been called back, Jimmy Buckley.
Very dangerous place for Harms to put the ball right in the back pocket and kicking it diagonally across goal, but Jimmy Buckley's got it. Now Carlton will need to move the ball quickly up and get a goal here. They're trailing by 1 goal at the moment. He kicks it straight down the centre, looking for McClure, coming in from behind. Danaher knocks it away, and a kick off the ground that takes it further downfield, but Essendon kicking it back. Watterson towards the centre line, and Dool moving it down towards Ashman. Ashman tackled hard, and it's holding the ball. The free kick will go to Chris Watterson, and Essendon have it on their half-back line. They lead 95 to 89. 23 minutes gone in the last quarter, and the Bombers into attack again.
And we've seen everything in this match. Van der Haar, strangely silent in the air today. And it shows the brilliance of both teams when players who have been down are able to lift their game. Van der Haar will go in towards centre half forward, looking for Walsh. Oh, it was just in front of him, and the Blues have the chance here. Ashman drops it beautifully onto the boot very quickly. 2-man duel. Clark knocks it down. Terry Danaher, the Essendon skipper, gets it out wide. Beautifully to Williams. Williams, you'll have to get rid of it very quickly. He does, but not very well. And McConville takes the mark. No, he doesn't. Drops it. Harms butters up. Tidies up for the Blues. Sends it into Marlon. Knocked away by Kevin Walsh. Socket off the ground by the big angular chap. Sends it out wide. Almost a beautiful socket pass that towards Elshaw, who squares it in. Who's there? It's on to McConville. Now to Harms. And Harms goes out wide, but not wide enough. Elshaw, at least Essard. It's coming right in towards goal. Let it go, Simon Madden. Or he might have knocked himself out against the post. He's paid the mark. What's happened?
He's paid the mark.
He has. Well, that could have been dangerous. Now this will give Essendon a 2-goal break because Simon's coming way round though. But he's on his left boot, so that helps. Now, Wayne Harms is going to be the blocker, making sure that Simon doesn't swing round. Not too far anyway. It's been a sensational game. Started off in that fashion with a dust-up in the first few seconds of play. Simon Madden has kicked his fifth.
There were no further goals kicked, and Carlton just failed as Essendon won by 12 points. Simon Madden kicked 5 goals for Essendon and Ken Hunter 3 for Carlton. Darren Williams and Mark Harvey were reported for Essendon, and Peter McConville and David Glascott for Carlton. Footscray, outside the 5 on percentage, met Melbourne at the MCG with a good chance of making its first finals appearance since 1976. On the other hand, Melbourne has disappointed its supporters, losing 4 of their last 5 matches. But for the Demons, the disappointments were to continue as selectors were forced to drop 2 of their most talented players through injury, Captain Robbie Flower and club best and fairest Alan Johnson. You may recall that Melbourne coach Ron Barassi said on the Winners last week that both players have been carrying injuries for some time and they may have to be rested. Footscray's inconsistency has been its downfall this year, and with a taste of finals atmosphere at the MCG, the Bulldogs were out to revenge a 78 points loss to Melbourne earlier in the season. Footscray led by 21 points at quarter time and 13 points at half time. We pick up play just after the start of the third quarter, and with me in commentary is Jeff Leake. So play between the wing and half forward now for Footscray. It'll be Moore and Groenewegen. Groenewegen gets the tap down. Ick is there. Hand pass to Hughes. His kick, though, ricochets off Foster. And there's going to be a free kick to Melbourne. And it's going to Hughes. The hand pass to Moore. Moore's long kick. Plenty of players there. That was the fist then of Brian Cordy. McPherson out wide to Kellett. Kellett to Wallace. An attacking move building up now. Brian Cordy from half forward shoots for goal. There's nobody home for Melbourne. Yes, there is. Oh, a great save by Stephen Ick.
Did you see the way he caught that right on his fingertips and outstretched? Beautiful. Desperation there by Stephen Ick, and so too with this player, Brian Corey, rapidly becoming one of Footscray's best. Ick again, number 11. Fearless player with Groenewegen. And Rod McPherson now has a quick look, screws one back, it'll bounce through! What a marvellous goal! He went for it. That was the most important thing. He tried it, and it came off.
19 points lead now to Footscray as Moore gets the tap down, but McKenna fists the ball into attack for Footscray. Wallace there again. No, that's Wallace now. That's Hawkins. He can't pick the ball up. He's having a bad day. Wallace back in the fray, tackled by Tanner. Gets the kick away, and the mark has been taken by the big fellow, Groenewegen. Immediately plays on, kicks wide to his skipper, Edmund. And Edmund has marked between wing and half forward for Footscray. Edmund goes for the long kick. The sun's out. Moore is down there. That was the big fist of Smith. Trying to break clear was Royal. Ick has it again. Hand passes wide to Greg Healy. Cross to Jarrett, to Wilson. Good play, Melbourne, out of defence. Cordner leads out and takes the strong mark on his chest.
That's what Melbourne needs at this stage, someone to take the strong mark, and from a big strong player in Cordner. Not a bad kick either. Lovely kick, in fact. The right measure for distance and for accuracy. Williams is the player to kick it now. Bulldogs look strong in defence. Kennedy tries to break away. Footscray down on the field there. Yes, Kennedy gives it back to Kellett. And out to Steve McPherson. Zantuck with him. McPherson chips it out with his own foot and plays on. Sees Purser in the centre. Moore didn't go in hard enough to knock the ball away, then crunches him after he's taken it. And a 15-metre penalty against Moore. Peter Moore made a mistake. He's a gentle type of a player. He should have crunched Purser. Beasley! Too good for Smith in the first quarter when he kicked 3 goals, 1. He's been too good for Giles when he was moved there in the second quarter. That's his 5th mark. He's kicked 4 goals, 1 from 5 kicks, so he's been spot on for accuracy this afternoon. And not too far out for him to score his 5th goal. Simon Knox to take plenty of time. Oh, looks good. has become their top forward in this match. And what a wonderful player for percentage football.
And in the first 5 minutes of this third quarter, Footscray now leads by 25 points. Away they go again as Edmund comes through, bounces off opponents. He still picks the ball up, kicks Footscray into attack. Giles and Beasley. Oh, nice play by Giles to use the two hands to fist the ball away from Beasley. And there'll be a throw-in on the left half-forward flank for Footscray. Two quick goals in the first 5 minutes of this third term to Footscray. Got Melbourne on the defensive. Wilson, oh, straight to Royal. Royal can go for a run off the left boot. Kicks looking for Beasley, swamped. Couldn't quite get it. Chance for Sewell. Ick is there. Sewell picks up cleverly. Went to go for the hand pass. Has a shot for goal. It's a shocking kick though. And Smith just couldn't quite get to it and threw from behind.
Very good.
The difference now 26 points, Jeff.
Sorry, Clark. A very good play there by Jim Sewell. Kept at it. Smith's kick. Not getting the distance out of it. Rod McPherson, maybe he'll butter up another goal in this third quarter rather. Not on, but behind. Rod McPherson's kick, 2 goals, 1.
Stephen Smith now to put the ball back into play. Although Giles is looking after Beasley. Smith is in the back pocket. Moore and Purser. But you always pay the man in front when in doubt, and Moore was that man. Greg Healy was calling for it, but Royal quickly picked him up as Moore kicks towards Ellingworth, who goes up one-handed. Healy ran past and didn't have the ball. That's Cordner fighting for the ball on the bottom of the pack. And also there is Doug Hawkins for Hawthorn, who's number 7. So there'll be a bounce on the member side wing. Footscray leading by 27 points. Cordner goes up in ruck. Chance for Ellingworth, also for Williams. Williams bustled off the ball by McKenna, who's been a grand player for Footscray. Oh, how did Sewell mark that one? Magnificent mark to Jimmy Sewell, and he's certainly playing well in this third term. That's his 5th mark.
Poor old Steve Smith must be having nightmares. 8th kick. Straight kick for his 8th. Footscray taking advantage in this third term. They've kicked 3 goals. Melbourne haven't got off the mark in this third term.
Footscray now by 33 points. More the tap down. Conley tries to get it down on the turf. Edmund throws himself through the pack. But Melbourne into attack as Cordner takes the mark. Running past was Williams, but there'll be a 15 metres penalty. The Melbourne need a goal to get back into this match. Trailing by 33 points, the kick towards Fidge. Off hands, it comes to Ellingworth. He has a quick snap at goal, and it's through. Well, an opportunist goal there to Roger Ellingworth. That's his 2nd goal. That may give the Demons a bit of heart. 2 goals to Ellingworth.
Well, Melbourne have a trouble spot with their rover.
And now to the 23-minute mark of the third quarter, and Footscray leads by 37 points.
Garrett at the moment, he's got it. Frank Magola had it knocked away from him this time. Wallace, very poised player. Steve McPherson, ballet dancer. Sewell and Smith. Sewell knocks it back into play. Is it McLean? Oh, pretty close.
That's a little Royal.
Byron Royal.
As Templeton comes off the ground once again, and Wright comes back on. So Templeton has had a shocking day today. He's kicked 1 behind. Oh, that's a nice kick in. Moore having trouble getting over the top of Purser. Look at Purser fight for the ball. Oh, but it comes down to Wick, a consistent player. Oh, but the mark will be taken by Callett. Fitch playing from behind. And Callett immediately plays on, kicks wide for Burton. Now Footscray can open up play as Rod McPherson makes space. And McPherson takes the mark and immediately can give the hand pass across to Wallace. Wallace now moves the ball up to the half-forward line. He can shoot for goal. He's dropping it short, and the mark has been taken by Sewell. Well, Jimmy Sewell has kicked 2 goals too. That was his 7th mark, and as you can see, umpire Smith making the mark. This will be his 9th kick, and Les Bamblett coming on for Footscray, and it's Rod McPherson coming off, and there's the kick by Sewell. That's his 3rd goal. He's kicked 3 goals too, and he's yelling encouragement to his teammates further up the field.
Footscray lead by 44 points. Almost, well, it's into the time on now. Here's Percy, their ruckman, trying to thread the handball through. Carlton was tackled a little high, but play on is probably the best rule. That's Foster. Wilson swings away from him, breaks the tackle. Back to Moore, who's playing a kick behind the game. His kick, not a good one. Kellett found the football, strides away from 3 opponents, gets a handball to whirl, a quick look over the shoulder, a swerve in distance there. The kick to Beasley, and Giles beats both of them. Giles in best position to run in, backed up nicely by reliable Jarrett. Pushes player on the opposite wing now, finds Moore, who's running like a gazelle all over the field and marking it well. This is his 17th kick as he puts it up with a wing to Russell Richards.
Oh, and Richards trying to play on. With the ball is Conley. Conley's kick not quite to half forward. Corner, that's a good mark. Oh, and Corner a little backhander, and Foster with the counter punch. But Corner plays on and kicks to half forward, and Ick has marked. Well, Stephen Ick has been all over the place. This is that was Ick's 9th mark, so he's played a great game on that half-back line, but now slipping down to half-forward. Stephen Ick fancies himself as a goal kicker, I think, because he's coming in now. Oh, it's going to drop short. The kick, a little bit of pushing and shoving off Kennedy and through for a behind. 24 possessions to Stephen Ick, and that's a great effort as he runs back to centre half-back.
Melbourne have a new forward, as full forward, since Templeton was taken from the ground. Templeton kicking 1 behind only. It's Danny Hughes at full forward now as his opponent Kennedy kicks the ball back into play to Hawkins, who swipes away there at Ellingworth. Here's Bamblett getting his first touch. Foster kicks the ball long. Edmund! Oh, he got the front position. I thought he was going to be a bit short for it. Did the best thing. Plays onto the Brian Royal. A lovely kick to Beasley. And Beasley, he's 6'4", you know, but most of the marks he takes are on his chest, just a metre in front of his opponent. That's his 6th mark. His statistics have been phenomenal. He's kicked 5 goals, 1, and all from around about this distance out, about 30 metres. This is his 7th kick. Dead-eyed Simon. Fabulous effort for Footscray today. 6 goals, 1 from 7 kicks and 6 marks.
Further goal to Footscray, and the Bulldogs led by a massive 55 points at 3/4 time, and despite Melbourne kicking 8 goals 1 to 4 goals 2 in the last quarter, Footscray won by 32 points. Main goal kickers for Footscray were Simon Beasley 7 and Jim Sewell 5, and the best for Melbourne, John Fidge with 3. Collingwood 4th, just behind Carlton on percentage, met Fitzroy 10th at VFL Park. Collingwood is showing some of its best form since their last finals appearance in 1981, and were desperate to grab 3rd spot from Carlton and consolidate a place in the finals. On the other hand, although Fitzroy is 10th, they believe they can still make the 5 after a shocking start. In recent years, Fitzroy has always saved its best matches for Collingwood, and with convincing wins in its last 2 games, this was a danger game for the Magpies. Collingwood lost talented Jeff Rains through suspension, but regained 2 other skillful players in Peter Dacos and Ricky Barham. Fitzroy jumped Collingwood in the first quarter to hold them goalless to lead by 32 points at quarter time and 29 at half time. We pick up play at the 7-minute mark of the 3rd quarter with Fitzroy leading by 33 points. Commentators are Nick Kay, Doug Hayward and Mike Fitzpatrick.
Puzzled as most of the players are. Fellows hand passes to Phillips, which doesn't do much for the side, and Jamie Turner's under pressure, gets out of it, but it's all pressure. Nicely picked up by Taylor. No, it's Allen. Allen sends a long left footer downfield. Thornton punches beautifully to Coleman. Coleman caught. Nice play then as it's kicked out wide to Loken, and here's an opportunity for Richard Osborne again.
Osborne from the centre wing. can go for one of his runs once more. Along the boundary line, sidesteps Toomey brilliantly and makes plenty of space for himself, but the kick isn't a very good one. McCormack drops an easy one, but has plenty of time to recover. Kicks back towards the centre wing, looks straight to Osborne, who also drops an easy one. Comedy of errors here, as finally Pert will come in and show him how it's done. The handball on to Turner. Turner at half forward, also fumbling, could get a free kick for being held and will. Tony Shaw the culprit that time, a very crude tackle when Turner didn't have the ball.
You might have thought it was the best way to do it.
Yes, I think it was a professional free kick without much doubt.
Yep.
He was pretty well away from him, and Tony Shaw really thought he had to do one last thing to stop him.
It's Dean Turner, a long way out from goal, and with the greasy ball, drives it beautifully. What a magnificent pass to Barwick. And didn't Barwick do it well? Well, that was beautiful football. Oh, lovely mark.
Really lost control.
Yes, he did it very, very well. Well, Doug Barwick has kicked one spectacular left-foot goal. He's missed one easy one. His 7th kick, and it's not good enough. Oh, what a pity after that beautiful piece of football. It's 3 for 1 behind.
It's interesting verification of Fitzroy's confidence and dominance. I think that they're prepared to make those sort of passes inboard when they are in a position to kick long and possibly score from further out. They're prepared to push the ball inboard to players make a little bit of space, risk not getting a shot.
Lead by 34 points. Side bottom, a long kick into the square. Quinlan there amongst 3 Collingwood defenders. Wilson, beautiful pick-up. Oh, brilliant play by Gary Wilson. And that's his 2nd goal of the game. And Fitzroy moved to a 40-point lead.
Bad bounce by the umpire. Fellows has got the opportunity, taken away from him. Should have been a free kick, I thought, there against Jamie Turner. To the bustling, aggressive Douglas Barwick, but it was not paid. It's umpire Russo. Well done, Fellows, again, very strong, but punches it badly straight to Carlton. In the pocket, the safe McCormack misses one. Quinlan, oh, he wasn't well shepherded, but he might have still done it, but he misses. I thought there was a wonderful opportunity there for some good shepherding. It was not to be, and Quinlan kicked under pressure and missed, and it's 3 for 1 behind. 8-10 Fitzroy, 2-5 Collingwood.
Seemed to be having trouble getting his feet clear of McCormack there. That's what really took him the time. And then from a standing start, he was very easily picked up.
Comes out to the members' side half-back flank. It could almost be a free kick to Phillips. And this time, Greg Phillips receiving the benefit of the doubt, taking it at half-back. Collingwood not able to get into this game. Poor kick. Rendell to Gotch. Gotch still has the run of it, but finally comes to Pert. The long kick by Pert. This one's going to go through, a 65-metre kick, and it's a goal. What a magnificent kick by Gary Pert.
Well, good bounce, but Fellows down again, but can't find a rover. There's an ugly mess underneath that big pack, and now they'll be all crowded around for another bounce by the umpire. Fellows again wins, but picked up by Fitzroy out from Thornton. Bradley Gotch, gallant effort. Gary Wilson, the brilliant man, does it in great style. Back towards Gotch, but unsuccessfully. A kick off the ground goes down to the brilliant Carlton. Carlton, Thornton, terribly back it goes, and nicely taken by Pekin. Long down towards Bernie Quinlan and McCormack. Over the back it goes. Here comes an opportunity for Gotch. Picks it up and left foot goal.
15 minutes gone, 3rd quarter, and it's Fitzroy doing it very well here as Fellows gets it down, but it's Fitzroy getting it away through Rendell. Beautiful tap out to Pert by Quinlan. Pert could have another goal here. It's hit the post. Nearly 3 goals in 3 minutes there by Fitzroy, and they've done all the attacking. Kicking comes out towards Phillips and Sidebottom, the 2 big men there. Sidebottom having the better of Phillips today, and it's Fitzroy helping out through Thornton. Thornton showing a clean pair of heels to his opponent, looks for Wilson. Wilson nearly a good mark, Gotch scouting well. Collingwood will come away through Mullane if he can pick it up. He can't, but he'll get the free kick.
Yes, they tumbled into his back. Hand passes out. Allen drives across towards centre-half back. Not a good one. Well played, Rendell, but too late on the scene. And the free kick, a little luckily, goes to Collingwood. Hand pass was across from Fellows to Dacos. Umpire says, no, Big Wes. Go back and kick over the man on the mark, which he does. Banks the leaper, but never looked like it. Roos has been absolutely superb. Breaks away. Lovely pass to Wilson. Was perfect football. Now Wilson, in these better conditions, on his 11th kick with a big one, could give it a real shake. And Gary Wilson, 5 times best and fairest in this club, runner up in the Brownlow medal, one of the really good players in football, hooks it a bit, made the distance through for one behind.
The play was nicely set up by Roos. He really came through and took the pack apart. So it really showed that the Collingwood players don't really seem to be running at the ball quite as hard as the Fitzroy players.
McCormick looks for Morwood. This is touch and go. And McCormick touched it before it was out over the line. So a throw-in to take place. Fitzroy still in attack, the ball on their half-forward line. Side bottom and Fellows. It's Phillips from behind that gets it to Gary Shaw. His kick is high. Osborne there. Tapped away by Neville Shaw. Loken a chance. Tony Shaw on his tail. Loken, let's see if he's good enough. A lot of Collingwood players there helping, but another throw-in to take place midway between wing and half-forward.
Carlton reluctant to hand the ball to the boundary umpire then. And the Fellows beating Big Rendell so often, and Mullane kicks it or runs over the line with the ball. Takes it with him. Good build. He's a good, strong-looking player. We'll watch the tall timber once again, as Matt Rendell is finding the real bulk of Fellows a problem. Burke helps him. Well played Banks. Lost it. Lovely football this time. Picked up and driven downfield from a long one by Turner and marked. Or kicked through by Goff. Well, lovely football. That's Gotch's second.
Fitzroy now leading by 61 points. 18 and a half minutes gone, third quarter. And the Lions looking good. Fellows getting it down to Neville Shaw. A lot of pressure being put on the Collingwood players. Finally, Banks gets it away. It goes wide, but once again, it's a Fitzroy mark. Pekin, who's completely outpointed Richardson today. Pekin from half-back looks for Rendell on the centre wing. Too many Collingwood players there, but they still can't do anything. And so a throw-in to take place on the centre wing.
It's amazing how many marks Collingwood have dropped that they should have taken. They're just so easy. That was the case of the Gotch goal. And there was Phillips missing an easy one. Really would have been against you, Matt Rendell, that time. Eventually it is a free kick and it's taken by Fellows. And John Cale's decided that Fellows is his chief ruckman already. Coleman the leap, punches it away. Nicely picked up by Dacos. Steadies but kicks under pressure. Reeves and Woodall. Woodall nicely played. Long one is not a good hand pass. Gary Shaw, clever, out to Tony Shaw. Tony Shaw's kick is off direction and through for one behind as Tim Pekin was worried about running into the point post.
It's their first score for the quarter, and this has been one of the real failings. They've simply been unable to score into the win, not able to run the ball up into the win.
Thornton takes it at half-back. Looks for his hit after he kicked the ball, and the umpire's called the advantage. Chance for Collingwood through Banks. Banks has been a trier all day. Morwood there. But the umpire's given Banks the free kick.
Banks has been all over the ground, actually, in the forward line at least. He's certainly been at full forward, centre half forward pocket, and I think he's had a bit of a spell on the half forward flank, so they're really moving him around, trying to get something out of the Collingwood forward line. Not much, though.
As Cloak seems to have taken over the key position at the moment of centre half forward. Nice punch by Richardson, but taken by Coleman. Off he goes. Gaunt. Cleverly out wide. Chance for side bottom. Taken there by Bowick. Should have given it to Osborne. Bowick then drives it beautifully to Quinlan. Wide. He just can't reach it. Bad luck. It was a beautifully directed kick, but just too wide. Quinlan picks it up over the line. The boundary umpire of the play was so quick. Was a long way behind, but clearly was Quinlan out of bounds, and it'll be thrown in on the half-forward flank. And again, lovely teamwork by Fitzroy.
Fitzroy leading by 60 points. 10 goals as Pert goes up from the back. Neville Shaw there for Collingwood. Finally, it's picked up by Taylor. The kick back towards centre half back. All Fitzroy. Chance for Osborne. He doesn't hold it, but he can steady. Shoot from 40 metres out, and the kick looks good. The kick's a goal. And Fitzroy moved to a 66-point lead as Richard Osborne kicks his second goal of the game.
Randall. Down towards Carlton. Richardson runs into trouble there. Plays out wide, left-footed out to the flank. It's 2-1 against Reeves. Good shepherding by Woodall. Picked up by Shane Morwood. Steadies, gets it back to Woodall. Woodall has hardly had a kick for the match and kicks it down. Roos goes to across it. A great goal. A wonderful goal by Woodall.
Fitzroy again through Turner, side bottom getting the handball out. Jamie Turner of Collingwood showing a lot of endeavour. Oh, beautiful play by Turner, but the kick is not a very good one. Rendell there for Fitzroy, gets one in the back. Play on, says the umpire. Here's Banks for Collingwood. Banks the handball out in the vicinity of Gary Shaw. Gary Shaw another handball to Morwood, overrun. Here's Richardson. Pekin showing a lot of guts that time, getting where the ball was and giving it over to Roos. Roos a handball over to Loken. Loken will run towards the half-forward flank. He'll steady, has plenty of time. Kicks long in towards Quinlan. McCormick one hand, and it'll go through. No, the umpire's picked out a free kick to go to Quinlan as he was tackled too high, according to umpire Morrow. Just indicating there.
As he crawled all over him, but he's a bit unlucky, I think. And here's Super Rick.
Usually you think that. Crawling over the full forward.
Well, I don't know. What did you think? Do you think it's a free?
I think we better see the replay.
50-50. Here comes Bernie. Beautiful kick he is. That's his second. And once again looks certainly to top the league goal-kicking list.
And at three-quarter time, Fitzroy led by 54 points, and although Collingwood kicked 4 goals 1 to Fitzroy's 1 goal 7 in the last quarter, the Lions ran out as easy winners by 42 points. Main goal kicker for Fitzroy was Richard Osborne with 3, and for Collingwood, Dale Woodhall and Ricky Barham each kicked 3. And now look at the other results, and there were quite a few upsets. And the shock of the round saw North Melbourne, the second bottom side, beat second top side Hawthorn by 71 points. North Melbourne led by 25 points at quarter time, 21 points at half time and 32 points at three-quarter time. For North Melbourne, Glendinning, Fairley and Smith all 3 goals, and the main goal kicker for Hawthorn was judged with 2 and Gary Ayres was reported. St Kilda, with a new coach, put an end to Richmond's finals hopes by 7 points. St Kilda led at every change, 18 points at quarter time, 10 points at half time and 16 points at three-quarter time. Main goal kickers for St Kilda, Barker, Lockett and Fashini all 2, and for Richmond, Taylor with 3. And Geelong had a tough time in its fight for the 5th spot, but defeated the Swans eventually by 21 points. The Swans led by 12 points at quarter time, but Geelong led by 6 points at half time, then 15 points at three-quarter time. The main goal kickers for Geelong, Morgan and Buse each 3, and for the Swans, Kappa 6 and Stevie Wright 3, and Mark Boz was reported for Geelong. Now the ladder at the completion of the round, and Essendon is 2 clear games on top. And then after Hawthorn, there's a break of 3 games to Carlton and Collingwood battling for the double chance. In the 5 on a slight percentage from Footscray is Geelong. And then we have Melbourne, Fitzroy, Richmond and the Swans, 2 games outside the 5. And then, of course, comes North Melbourne and St Kilda. The leading goal kickers, not a very good day for goal kicking. And Bernie Quinlan of Fitzroy with 2 goals, his total for the season 81. Tony Lockett of St Kilda 2 for 66. Paul Salmon of Essendon on 63. Mark Jackson of Geelong 1 for 63. Brian Taylor of Richmond 3 for 61. Simon Beasley, the best forward on the ground, with 7 for 55. Mick Conlon didn't play, so he's still on 51. Lee Matthews only 1 for 51. Warren Ralph of Carlton is on 43. Then comes Ken Judge of Hawthorn on 42. Calvin Templeton of Melbourne on 40. Dermot Brereton of Hawthorn on 40. And Mark Williams of Collingwood also on 40. And now highlights from the quarters we haven't shown you.
Ashman onto McClure. What a great opening to this match. Well done, Van der Haar. Smothered. Back to Ashman. Has Reid inside him if he wants him. Ashman goes blind. Finds Malin. Nicely back into the team, Phil Malin. On to McClure. The long shot up towards the goal square. Who's there? The off hands now. The Romers and McConville included there. In it goes towards Madden. Well done, Justin.
Dean is there for the Blues, but Carlton fumbling. Essendon surer with their ball handling. Hawker to Harvey is good play by the Bombers. All Essendon here. Danaher encouraging Bahagia to go. He's on his own. Oh, shut the gate. No Carlton defenders there. And Madden kicks an easy goal. Bad defensive play by the Blues. And 2 goals to Simon Madden on the centre wing. Madden knocking it down and indicating that he was held by Wow Jones. And what a wonderful game Madden is playing. And he gets it across to Tony Elshaw, former Melbourne player, doing well with the Bombers. Down towards Danaher. Reid is there, but a good mark to Des English.
Centre field, Mark Harvey, 18-year-old half forward for the Dons. Danaher up high, nicely knocked away by Dool. The scouts are there for Essendon. Dunnell, he can put it high and in towards goal. It's coming well down. It's in.
Dool not able to get rid of it. Corkamillis is in there, taken here by Walsh. Walsh now initiates another forward move, taken here by Izzard. Izzard, a long shot is good, I think. Tremendous goal.
That's Dean taking the mark. 15-metre penalty. Foolish football, Izzard. They call it a professional free, but not in the closing stages of this term when you're down by 12 points. Here's the legacy of it. Buckley goes for goal. It's beyond the pack. McClure. Need I say more?
Footscray playing with a little more devil than Melbourne. It comes through. Wallace is there in the centre, twisting and turning. Back to Foster. Foster's kick was smothered then by Wright. Kick comes out to Groenewegen. His kick up into the half-forward line. Nearly the mark there. It was nearly a mark, but the ball slipped out to Royal, and Royal shoots for goal and has put it through. Kennedy and Cordner again. Kennedy's hands this time, but it comes down to Wilson. Good play out to Greg Healy, who snaps off the left foot for goal, and he's put it through. A magnificent goal then to Greg Healy. It's pretty tough football out there at the moment. Now Brian Royal picks up, kicks long, chance there for Sewell. Oh, couldn't quite get it. Rod McPherson off the left boot towards goal. It's going to be a goal. Oh, a magnificent goal to Rod McPherson. Cordner showing a bit of dash for a big fella. The hand pass to Conley. Conley in the centre can chip the ball in short to Wilson. Wilson on to Tanner. Tanner off the left boot, shoots for goal, and he's put it through. 30 is Moore, 14 Groenewegen. Moore gets the tap down. Oh, nicely read for Wilson. Wilson, the long kick up into the half-forward line. Chance for Kennedy. Oh, he grabbed it again. That's dashing play by Kennedy out of defence. The high kick to the outer side wing. Oh, and the big leaper was Hawkins, and he takes the mark. Purser in front. Moore the second attempt. Williams falls over. Oh, great play by Rod McPherson. He can go for a run. Oh, he's going to be grabbed by Conley. Play on, says the umpire. Well, that either was a good tackle or a bad tackle. If it was a good tackle, it should have been holding the ball, but it comes down to Royal. Royal's long kick. Giles running back with the float of the ball. Oh, that was a good mark in defence by Giles. Under a lot of pressure.
Kicked off the ground, in towards full forward. Leading in the chase for the ball is Carlson. Mullane with him. Carlson still trying hard. Mullane diving on the ball. Scrambling play. Finally it comes out to Pert. Pert has time to steady. Kick back towards goal. A good-looking kick, and it's Fitzroy's second. Chance through Dacos to Williams, he's captain, but good defensive play by Thornton. Harris there, so too is Barwick. Barwick's handball is a poor one. Finally it comes out to Rendell, and Fitzroy into the attack once again. Towards Wilson, Gotch scouting well. He's played a great game. On to Barwick. Barwick a chance. The left foot kick looks good. Could even bounce through. It does. Great goal to Doug Barwick. Almost kept on going. Now he does. Sure what to do. He's found the running Rendell. Rendell from the centre. The lead made by Quinlan. Quinlan nearly a one-handed mark. He's got good recovery though, has Bernie. He's about 30 metres out. Gets it into the square. Chance of Fitzroy. Here's Wilson. Wilson could almost get a free kick for being held. Side bottom breaks through one and kicks a great goal for Fitzroy's sixth. A long way out, West fellows. It's all Fitzroy and Barham. Beautiful. Serviceable game today from Coleman as he kicks into full forward. A lot of players around the ball. Purdant playing a centre half forward now. Osborne the snap from goal from 45 metres out, and he's kicked his third goal. What a great piece of play by Richard Osborne.
And now the individual awards. Our mark of the day goes to one of the smallest players in football, Essendon's Alan Ezard. Just 168 centimetres, he flies high to pull down a spectacular mark.
First quarter, and Essendon 1-2. Carlton one straight goal, and the Blues coming into attack again. This is Dean who's getting the free, and a silly hand pass puts Malin under pressure, but Dean recovers well, puts Doull under pressure, but Doull gets his kick as he normally does. Great mark taken by Alan Ezard.
Gee, a great mark for a little fellow. And now to our play of the day, and Melbourne's Brian Wilson shows his 1982 Brownlow medal form as he brings the ball out of defence into Melbourne's attacking zone. Footscray were desperate then to score that goal, but comedy of errors. Moore gets the tap down. It comes to Sewell, who was surprised that he got the ball. Taking the mark was Royal. No, that was Edmund using his strength to go through the middle of the pack. And holding the ball against Jim Edmund, and the free kick is going to Giles. He spots Wilson by himself, half back. Whoa, Wilson missed that one. He's got, oh, you better hurry because Steve McPherson nearly had you. But Wilson breaks the tackle. Ellingworth, who's come off the bench, has added a bit of life to the Demons, comes back to Wilson. Oh, Wilson brilliantly out of the centre, kicks up into the half-forward line, looking for Jim Fedge. 49 points lead now to Footscray's. Percy gets the tap down. Greg Healy's kick, not a very good one, but grabbed by Williams. Away go the Demons again. That's Fedge. Behind him is Callett. Baxter tries to break clear. Richards loves to go for a run, and he from centre half forward has a shot for goal, and he's put it through.